Okay, so welcome back to part one. Not part one, episode one of Behind the Scenes. On this episode, we're going to be doing the Adventures of Spingbill. It's basically going to be a process of how the episodes are set up and how they're made. So right now we're setting up like the race itself, and the hardest part about setting up the races is finding the characters and um the characters and the cars themselves. It's probably going to be a bit more difficult since I'm only using one hand. And I also haven't played BeamNG in a while, so I kind of forgot half the controls. So I think for this episode, I'm going to do Spingbill versus Prankton. So I think I'm going to trying to figure out what car I want to get Prankton. Normally I just do automation cars because it's less laggy, more creativity, and such, basically. Also, I haven't played BeamNG in a while, so I haven't really downloaded anything new. But I think I'm gonna give Prankton, I mean, this car. I don't know, it just kind of looks cool. I'm gonna set it to green. That way, people know it's Prankton. Now I get on to the fun process of setting up the AI and doing multiple takes, because what will happen is the AI will go that way or it will go that way. But we want it to go that way, and we also waiting for it to load. And I also like to do a little bit of a test drive with the car just to see how well it performs and the AI can drive it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the car handles nicely. It folds up just like spaghetti. Now we get onto the extra fun part of setting up the AI. So basically, I have the AI thingamajiggle right there. And what that basically does is it allows the cars to drive by themselves. So what I do is I set span. Okay, he's taken off immediately. I said span. Is my thing set correctly? Okay, now I think it's just weird. But I said to span. I turned the risk up to about 110 or 115. That way the race is not completely boring and there is some action in it, and they're not like going at 5 miles per hour or something. So Spingbill is already set, and now we're on to Prankton. This I know is gonna be very fun. So it's kind of the same thing for him. Span. Set the risk parameter to 1.15. Now, okay, that I'm gonna need to check SpongeBob's Spingbill to make sure it's the same. Also, BeamNG does lag a lot on my computer, so that can also happen. But yeah, they're both even. Then I press Alt plus U to remove the GUI. So it's this button. It's this button and that one. I'm looking through the phone, so it's a little bit weird. That removes that. Then final process would basically be the Bandicam. The greatest recording thing ever. There we go. I have absolutely no idea how this is going to turn out. Then I just set to record the game itself. And this is kind of where just the whole episode takes place. And I don't have to worry about anything since we got 7 gigabytes free. It was just rare because I needed to delete a lot of videos in order for that to happen. And hopefully from now on everything goes clear, and after that happens, then we get to see the episode. I just usually wait a bit just so we can get stuff done. Then I press F12. That triggers it, and there we go. So after I'm gonna let it run for a couple seconds, then I'll go to editing the video. And that's basically like the basic. That's part 1. Part 2 is gonna be a lot more fun. Like, a lot more fun. I also just realized this green card is completely, so I have no idea where the heck the other one is at. Where'd SpongeBob go? Spingbill is up ahead. I think next episode or next season I'm going to change the layout of the road and maybe set it to nighttime. I'm not too sure. I'm not a very expert map maker, so I have no idea how to do any of that stuff. But I kind of want to focus on Cinemax, so bye. Okay, so now we're in the editing process of the video, which is basically the fun part. Right now I've already kind of removed the Bandcam logo and stuff. I basically just cropped it out to about like this much. That way it's not taking out the whole entire top portion of the thing. And next what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and speed the video up so that way it looks smooth and doesn't show too much lag in it. So I can only do it by maybe this much. And then I'm going to see what the time of it turns out to be. And it turns out to be about 5:50 minutes. Now I think since the song has song kind of downloaded by now, I'm gonna insert the song of it, which is basically like a very short process, not too long. The long part is trying to find it actually, and I don't even know if it's finished downloading actually. Yeah, okay, it's finished downloading. Just need to find it. Here it is. And I might slow it down just a little bit so that way it matches up with the song, depending on how it turns out to be. So right now I'm just doing a bit of an audio test. And I also might edit out the first part, depending on how it turns out to be. So I'm going to take out probably maybe 2. It's going to take a while. So I have to kind of like match up perfectly. So at 10 seconds is where it kind of starts up at. Yeah, I think that's kind of good. And then I'll play this one for about 61 and see how it turns out. I might turn it down just a tiny bit, that way you can hear kind of the engine and the music too. So I might turn it down to 55. I'm kind of like quiet right now because I'm kind of also trying to hear the audio too, so it's a little bit hard to talk and hear audio. So far everything's looking good, so if it I'm gonna make it go about 10 seconds, and if everything's fine, then that'll basically be the end of the video, because that's basically just the whole editing process itself. So far everything's looking smooth. And that right there is basically the editing process. I'm probably gonna watch the whole video before I submit it, but I kind of want to show the process, so I'm gonna also like submit it in 720 HP. I would do 180 HP, but I don't have enough space on my phone for that, I'm pretty sure. I think maybe I might re-upload it in higher quality or sooner or later, I'm not too sure. But that's basically the whole process of the behind the scenes of the Adventures of Spingbill. So here you go. That's basically it.